satisfaction in developing ideas into reality. When we consider a new project, we really study it. Not just the surface idea, but everything about it. And when we go into that new project, we believe in it all the way. We have confidence in our ability to do it right, and we work hard to do the best possible job. There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.
Everybody ready? Then on with the show!
Hello everybody, I'm John Good. It is that time of year. We're in the Magic Fest. We're gonna get ready for Disney 100 experience. I would like to call it my virtual good experience show. So let me tell you why. I made a Disney 100 exhibit museum because I can't make an in-person museum video, but I'm getting tired of wearing this in the Pokemon shirt. Let's excuse me for a moment. That's good. So we're changing the Disney 100 outfit, and today we're gonna talk about the Disney 100 exhibit edition here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in Franklin Institute. It's just an ad or something like that. Anyway, this is the Laugh-O-Graph microphone. It used to have it from 1920s. Let's watch the video.
For Laugh-O-Grams.
The Laugh-O-Grams, Walt made the 7 films in the silent Laugh-O-Grams, modern fairy tale series, The 4 Musicians of Bellum, Little Red Riding Hood, Puss in Boots, Jack and the Beanstalk, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Jack the Giant Killer, and Cinderella. Walt both directed on the animated of these films, with an assist from the animators Rolf Essling, Hugh Ehrman, Carmen Maxwell, and Ubi iWorks. Walt's first partner, who would become known as iWorks. Later, these artists would join Walt in Hollywood at the Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio. The first 2 films were made in a family garage, the rest of it in a Laugh-O-Gram studio offices. Walt's first attempts for creating about a short story based on the cartoons are primitive and rely on amusing situations and gags rather than a plot of a characterization. They are bright, funny, show Walt's invented mind and experimenting and exploring the possibilities and then animating storytelling. In 1922, Laugh-O-Gram films also produced the 8 short-lived joke reels called Laugh-Its. Combining cartoons and stop motion, they were directed by Walt Disney and animated by Walt Rudolph Essling, Ubi iWorks, and others. Other Lavagram films included in a live-action Tom Tucker's Tooth, Walt's first educational film, and the song reel Martha. That's a pretty cool. And there's this is like a script for that one. Is that there's a pretty cool script. It is the Alice Comedies. And there's a plot there. Is Alice's Fishy Story. Yeah, but let me tell you, I can't not show it to Alice's story is because it is due to we need to make a public domain about this. Alice is Getting Strong, 1925. It's almost 100 years for making this entire film. Walt's career. There's a Walt as a baby. Walt's early years. Walter Ellis Disney was born in December 5th, 1901 in Chicago, Illinois. Well, he's in 4 with a family moves to the farm in Marchand, Missouri. Walt loves living in the country. He has been talented by drawing and earns a nickel by sketching in a neighbor's house. The love of nature, animals, and drawing becomes a touchstone of the rest of his life. In 1911, the family moves to Kansas City, Missouri. Walt rises to drawing and delivering newspapers. Saturdays, he takes classes at the Kansas City Art Institute. At 15, he works on the railroad selling magazines, Peanuts, Candy. He had a constant drawing love around vaudeville and movies. The same year, 1917, the family moves to Chicago. Walt draws cartoons for his high school magazine. He takes night classes in the Chicago Academy of Fine Arts. Walt deserves to during World War I, but it's too young. He fascinated his age and then goes to France when with the Red Cross. Although the war ends before he arrives, he spends a year driving in an ambulance. The carver's size in an ambulance was adorned with his cartoon drawings. By leaving home, Walt has developed maturely, giving him a confidence to pursue his dreams. When he returns to Kansas City in 1919. This is a pretty cool early years before. This is the Walt's late parents from the 1900s. I really wish we were gonna go back to normal side, and I see Universal is used to have Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, and now it is a poster concept art is Old Swimming Olay in 1928, and an Oswald Stitch set. And it used to buy and one back then. And as Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, it used to have that one back then. The invention of Mickey Mouse. And it was created in 1928 and 29. Well, you took a really hard work, but in 1928. But there, Oswald the Rabbit. The telegram is the Oswald the Lucky Rabbit cartoons with Charles Mintz, who is married Walt's original distributor, Margaret Winkler, in Universal Pictures. Well, that's just from the past. Telegram is made in March 13th, 1928. It is 95 years ago. There's an old picture. There's old picture with a Western Union, and it is just a years before the digital newspaper was used to be had that one back then. And this is a Walt's first years. These are the origins of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. The story of creation, Mickey and Mouse becomes a stuff of legend. As Walt recalled, the pop-up out of a mind and into a drawing pad on a train ride of Manhattan to Hollywood. At the time, the business fortunes of my brother Roy and myself and the oldest Eb, and the disaster seemed to right around the corner. Back in California, Walt immediately went to his studio and he explored ideas with a new character, with the animators EARWITNESS and the Les Clark. He wanted something appealed, and the thought of a tiny bit of mouse would have something to be wistfulness of a Kaplan. With a little fellow, they're trying the best he could, said Walt. But it's all started by a mouse, by their names Mickey and Minnie Mouse. So it became a legendary mouse cheese itself. Because in the main title of it, the Steamboat Willie started in 1928, almost 95 years ago. I really hope Mickey and Minnie will become a 100th anniversary of it in 2028. I really hope and we have Minnie Mouse, Pluto, Goofy, Donald Duck, and Daisy Duck. It became a childhood phenomenon, and it used to be have Donna Duck. Alongside Mickey, Disney released a series of cartoon shorts that created a fairy tale universe more darling, quarter, and of a more or diverse of anything than a mouse series. The Silly Symphonies followed Mickey in less than a year. But it always mainly because of it, and that critics were describing Disney not only as a pioneer, it also popular, entertaining, working, and as a rendering serious art. Film historians Russell Merritt and J.B. Kaufman. So the skeleton dance becoming, more silly. And Flowers and Trees is in 1932. You may tell you, because do you think the Silly Symphonies will be becoming a silliest masterpiece of all time? And that we can actually make it the entire work of it? Silly Skeleton Dance is is made in 1929. So in this, it may tell you that Disney's first movies is going to be like 1920s, like Cinderella, The Parent Trap, and the first movies like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Pinocchio, Dumbo, and the band concert. Lady and the Tramp, and the Disneyland and 50th anniversary, and then set into Cinderella, The Absent-Minded Professor, Walt Disney Archives, and there are a lot of, look at all of his stuff. And this because of it, and Encanto is considered to be the most critically acclaimed. And then Coco. And then we have a lot of movies to do this. And D23, the Disney fan club, it is going to be first D23 Expo for Disney fans and enthusiasts. I went to D23 Expo, is not really supposed to happen, but look at that. Seven Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs book used to be for the 30s, the 1930s. It is considered, I can't buy this book, it's so valuable. Prop storybook. It says where the story's coming from. Once upon a time, these magical words are enthralled listeners for centuries. Whatever song the traveling bards or read by parents to children at bedtime, we are enchanted by stories. They take us out to of our everyday lives. Storytelling has been part of a human communication, from images painted into cave walls to tales and around a simple campfire. Stories connected across cultures and through generations. As you may tell you, Ray of the Last Dragon again, and it considered to be, the Turning Red is still critically acclaimed. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is no more a cartoon than the painting and Whistler is a cartoon. And there's a house right there. I used to have that one from the 30s. And Pinocchio is made in 1940. He's a wooden puppet. So this time, I don't think Pinocchio will buy this one. It's super valuable. And there's a nice one. And there's a Pinocchio costume. It is super valuable. Look at all I can do. This it is like Sleeping Beauty book. Look at that kid. Is like a prop storybook. Is super jewel. A lot of jewels on this book. Isn't it very cute? Very cute. The kid is looking at the book, and there's a weak and like a Sleeping Beauty and turn her into a fire-breathing dragon that's cursed. Cinderella. This is one of my favorite storybooks in the history of that one. And there's a golden, and there's there's going to be a glass slipper. I used to have one back then. And there's let's look at the quote. Sheer animated fantasy is still my first and deepest production impulse. The fable of the best storytelling device and invented, and the screen is best medium. Walt Disney. How nice is that, dude? It's gonna be great. Yeah, maybe we could do that. We're gonna try to listen to that magical surprise to watch that. It's very cute. So Alice in Wonderland is made in 1951. Look at that doobie. How cute is this? And there's Alice and his cute drawings. Mary Poppins is made in 1964. After a long concentration on live action and cartoon films, we decided to try something for employ other very trick that had learned in other many films. We will combine cartoon and live action into an enormous fantasy, Mary Poppins. Wow, how great is that? Because it's like, this is, and there's a pony right here. There's a Mary Poppins with a tour of London, with inspired by Julie Andrews, the great Disney legend herself. There's a carousel horse. Pretty cute horse. There's a Grimm's Fairy Tales. And there's a check out the Winnie the Pooh, the great silly old bear himself. And Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree. Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree. It has a blue balloon with a Christopher Robin. The great boy, the legendary boy who never grows up. But did you know Chris Good has a nickname, Pooh? Winnie the Pooh is made in 1966 to the present day. It was created A.A. Malin. With a great Pooh plushie. I really miss the old plushie from the past. And Beauty and the Beast was made in 1991. It became a Broadway musical, and it nominated the Academy Award, and he won, and then they won, and then Beauty and the Beast have won 2 Academy Awards for the best song and the best original score. And there it is with the clock and a candlestick and the beast. I wanna touch you, don't come out to dinner. That's my beast impression. There's a how great is that? Is that there's Frozen from 2015 and the Princess and the Frog from 2009. I don't remember that. And how great is that? It's like Peter Pan, and then the child will never want to grow up. Cinderella. There's a Disney characters like Stitch, Ralph, Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales. And there's Dumbo from a Flying Elephant from a is made in 1941. Tigger, that's what Tigger do best. That I could have doing the Tigger impression. It would take a lot of energy to do that. Belle, Jafar, and there's a costume with the Ariel the mermaid costume. There's a 2009 live action. Was an old one. There's Judy Benson. That's my recreation. That's a Cruella de Vil costume. Well, I am not Cruella, but it's a very wicked street girl. There's the origins of his sketches for Ginny. They used to use the voice of Robin Williams. For those of you who don't know, Robin Williams is nominated, and he's a host, and he knows to have Academy Awards. And it was made, originally used to be aired on ABC, not on Disney Plus, but and the Will Smith takeover it's just a little weird to me that last year the Academy Awards, the Will Smith slapped Chris Rock in during the Oscars 2022. Do you remember that? It's super hard to tell. Let's. Here's the world around us. The national resources of a vast continent are not inexhaustible, but if we use to our riches wisely, we will protect our wildlife, to preserve our lakes and streams. These things will last for generations to come. And there's the Academy Award trophy known as Oscar. And there's the computer for used to have Pixar animation, computer animated. One is Toy Story, and it become a computer animated masterpiece. And there's there's Tangled. And there's a computer, and there's look at all of this, and there's a magical park called Disneylandia. No, this is a misspelled titled. And we're gonna make our theme park. It was made in 1955. And there's Disneyland. Let's switch it. Let's move to Disneyland. Disneyland is used to have a boat ride at the with this cursed bear in there. And there's your Disney World used to like to call it Disneyland. Disneyland was made in 1955. Only about 2 years away from starting of a 70th anniversary of Walt Disney World. And then change the day to night. And there's a badge, and a first badge for Disneyland for 1955. And the Disneyland premiere on Sunday, July 17th at 2:30 p.m. Pacific. That's 5:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC TV. And there's a parking pass. It is July 17th, 1955. And there's a ticket. And it is a coupon book in 1960s. And there's a boat. There's a boat of a flight to Peter Pan. And there's a Mickey Mouse train ride used to have it from the 50s, and then it stopped making it, and it stopped bringing it, stopped it, and then until the 60s we're gonna remove it. That's just, and I just saw it, that one. And there is the most valuable 50th anniversary dress for Minnie Mouse. It's so adorable. Aww. It's just going to make it more participate and make it more realistic. We're going to make. We have to tell Disneyland we're going to make a Disneyland 50th anniversary replica. Could have been make one in the first place. Do you guys remember that? I actually remembered it from when I was a kid. I should have. I was in Baltimore, and I tried to listen and go to the Roof Easton School. They don't have an internet on computer, but they used to have YouTube back then, and I had deleted all of it. Yeah, and that one's back then. And there's a maybe very soon we're gonna make that one. You guys gave me an idea. No, I guess I have to try it. You guys gave me an idea. It's a small world, and they're old toy from the 50s. But it's a small world after all. You know this song? You guys remember that? It was just kind of good to me. It makes to have this. This is a very singing songs. And there's a dragon, and there's a castle. A castle with used to have the stairs, but that one back then, and we switch it to a stairs, and switch it to stage. And there's Hocus Pocus. It was made in the 90s. And there's a prop spell book. It is considered to be the most frightening book I have ever seen in my whole life. And there's and for now, maybe very soon we can get a shopping, because I'm not buying these because it's just getting saved a lot of money. Look at all. And this event has sold out fast. Unfortunately, because I'm sorry to tell you, because we're gonna say goodbye for now, and and I hope very soon we'll see you next season on JGN. We're gonna get ready for our normal episodes of JGN, and we're gonna have nothing to do with watching commercials. Due to its own rights. We're watching it in its own rights to call it. And unfortunately to say this has to be a huge goodbye for now. And then I have some good news. Punch It Face the Knockout Kings 2000 series is coming soon. It is coming soon after the Magic Fest is going to be over. And from JGN Studios, let's go to the Magic Fest and unpack some stuff up. We're going to get ready for the Magic Fest, and I'll see you after the Magic Fest for this new season in 2024. So, see you all very soon. Happy 100 years, Disney.